What is up? What is up? What is up? Oh man, we are back and we are black and we ain't no fucking clowns. Oh man, this is Knowledge is Free podcast. I said podcast. What the fuck I got going on, man? That's that goddamn corporate plantation. It have you fucked up. Oh, this is the Knowledge is Free podcast. Starring your boy Warren G in the place to be. Been clown free and sucker free since 2003. For all y'all who checked out last night's podcast, I appreciate you, man. Hey man, we had to get it in last night. But hey man, I'm trying to do these at least 2 to 3 times a week. Get this information out there. For all you that don't know, we gonna get right into it. Of course, you know, I was in, you know, the corporate plantation. Of course. Let's get that straight. Let's get it straight. We not finna front and act like we wasn't there. You know what I mean? Cause I know I was there. You know motherfuckers be fronting acting like they not there, but I was there. So we gonna get that, nip that in the bud. Another clown ass day at corporate plantation. I just wanna nip this in the bud real quick. If you're at your corporate plantation and a motherfucker tell you got a good future, you better be like, oh shit, what the fuck this motherfucker on? That's a fact. But anyway, we gonna get right into it. Now remember, the last couple of podcasts I've been saying that you black first, and remember, it's them against you. And if people are not for the forward progress of black people and what is owed to us, then that's fine. But it's our job to be in the mentality that we gotta move each other forward. Our race is first, black people first. That's not racist. That's just a fact. Now this is what I want to get into, and we gonna get into it right now. For all you motherfuckers that like to vote and all this other shit, let's get on your boy Ralph Northam or wherever he's from. Now I was looking at this article. It was on Twitter. And as I was reading the article, I was like, it don't surprise me. I don't know where he was the governor of. Was it Richmond? Probably Richmond, Virginia, or one of them. I was looking on my phone just because I might forget. I don't give a fuck. He's a governor. He's in a position of power over a fucking state. And he was in blackface. And you know what's so funny? A motherfucker try to, oh, well, that was so long ago. No, motherfucker, that wasn't long ago. So you mean to tell me you just dressed up as blackface and made it fun? So you was probably calling black folks niggers and monkeys and all this other shit that most Caucasians call us when we not around. And this is the person that's in a position of power. So when y'all talking about voting, you better go look up on YouTube Dr. Claude Anderson voting, and he'll tell you about your motherfucking vote and what happens with it. So while y'all sitting up there voting, you got the majority of these Caucasians dressing up in blackface, laughing and joking. How many times is this article gonna come out, ladies and gentlemen? So while you enjoying your weekend and can't wait to go get your, for all you who smoke weed, get your little weed sack and roll your little blunt, get your Hennessy and all that. I want you to think, as you smoking that weed, damn, it don't matter what we say, what we do. If we don't come together, this shit is gonna keep happening. And that's a fact. We have to understand, man, this shit is all around us. Motherfuckers be like, oh, if I just pray and I just vote, God is gonna change things. No, nigga, it's not gonna happen that way. When you got motherfuckers like Ralph Northam, come on, man, or Northam, or whatever the fuck his name is. I know you're a racist motherfucker. And if you watch the House of Cards on Netflix, the same shit happened to the character Francis Underwood, who's played by I forgot his goddamn name, but motherfucker's a great actor. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's a great actor. They kicked him off of the show because of some bullshit rhetoric they had going on. I guess he was doing some gay shit to somebody else. I don't know, but they kicked him off the show or whatever. But to bring it back and parallel the two into one is, on the show House of Cards, he was trying to get the black vote. Well, as he was trying to get the black vote, somebody leaked that his dad was taking pictures with the KKK, and it fucked up his whole thing. Same thing with Ralph Northam. But it don't surprise me, and it should not surprise any of us. The system of white supremacy exists at all costs. I don't care what y'all say or what y'all do. It exists. And it's not going anywhere. And the only way you're going to move ahead is if you pull your resources together and do things on code. See, motherfuckers always trying to make side deals. That's why I always related to corporate America. A motherfucker could talk all that shit about their boss and all that shit about their supervisor until that supervisor coming in with a raise. Then you like, oh, I'm an individual, man. I got to take care of home first. It don't matter if they compromising your integrity and your morals and your belief. They'll have you going against your own people. But this is what's so funny. But they won't have them. They won't have them people. They people going against their own. But they'll have you doing it and sacrificing and doing all kinds of shit. While these motherfuckers is dressing up in blackface and talking shit about black people every chance they get. I don't care what nobody say. You can get mad. You cannot agree. If you don't agree, then this channel ain't for you. But this is a fact. When you got people doing that and saying, oh, that was a long time ago and, you know, I apologize. Fuck your apology. Then what you should do is you should put a decree to make sure that black people get reparations. Why don't you do that? Where's our fucking 40 acres in our mule? That I think a white person was advocating for. Right. The 40 acres in the mule back in the day. Them motherfuckers went back in there and changed that shit. Fuck them niggas. We ain't giving them shit. And that's what's still going on. I think that we as a people, we get distracted by minute things. That's why even when I did the podcast on the Jussie Smollett, the nigga from the Empire show, you know, the motherfucker always talking this, oh, I'm gay and I'm black and all this other shit, man. That's that LGBTQ LMNOP shit. That's fine. But our brothers and sisters that's a part of that need to understand they black first. And that's what motherfuckers don't get. You black first. But some people feel like it's a publicity stunt that old boy did. Maybe it is. What the fuck you doing, like I said before, walking around at night? And then all of a sudden they say it's a MAGA country. Man, get the fuck out of here. That MAGA shit been around since Ronald Reagan and George Bush. Don't let these people run with this narrative. And let me tell you, the narrative of that governor dressing up in blackface, that's going to go away like that. Like a blink of an eye, you ain't going to hear about it no more. They too busy concentrating on having everybody try to be mad at Tariq Nasheed and all the black activists that actually be calling out the fuckery. I just read on the news too that Cory Booker, I guess, has announced his bid to run for president. See, now all these niggas are using this as a pawn. Okay, Obama did it, and it's all this racist shit going on, so let me put my bid in. I'm waiting to see what president or presidential candidate gonna talking about shit specifically for my people. I'm gonna keep telling y'all over and over again, stop using the term minority and people of color and poor folk and all this other shit. Use native black, native melanated people, native blacks, DOS, descendants of slaves. Stop using those ambiguous terms, and what they do is they group us all together. That's some real shit. They be, look, in layman's terms, they be grouping the shit together, and they do it on purpose so they can exercise the benign neglect policy and not give niggas shit. And if you don't believe me, go read the shit for yourself. You ain't gotta take my word for it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you. Like, when you see things like this governor doing these things, just because he did it a long time ago, and there's probably shit that he's doing right now that you'll never know about, that is harmful to our people, to black people. It's a fact. And we got to stop believing that white people are our saviors and they gonna help us. No, you got to help yourself. Stop waiting on them, because they not gonna help you with a motherfucking thing. They gonna help their people, and you can't be mad at them when they help their people. I don't get mad when they help their people. I just laugh at it, because then they come with the white fragility and start deflecting and acting like, oh no, I don't see that. And it's like I said, there's books that talk about how people tend to hire people that look like them. And that's a fact. That's why we got to start being self-employed and then start to run businesses. You know what I mean? Because think about it. If you are self-employed and you are a subcontractor, that'll inspire and it'll be a snowball effect to get other people to want to do that, especially in your community and your race. But if everybody going to school so they can get them a good job, then that's what everybody gonna do and follow that template that they put in front of you. I don't care what type of education you got. If you have knowledge of self, then that's priceless. If you don't have knowledge of self, then I don't want to hear that shit. That's a fact. Sorry. There's no diss. I just think that a lot of people feel like, oh, it ain't that bad. A lot of people think, oh, it's not that bad because you got your nigga trinkets and your butter biscuits and they paying you a good salary at your job. But you can't be who you are. You have to capitulate. You have to bend the knee. If you watch Game of Thrones, bend the knee. And you like, I don't bend the motherfucking knee. Yes, you do. Because you better be there on time or you're going to get called into the office. You can't speak how you want to speak. You're probably going to get written up. Get suspended. Who knows? It's a fact. You can't be who you are. You cannot be who you are in corporate America. How many times have I told y'all corporate America, politics, NBA, NFL, and Hollywood, those five, all the same paradigm. It's the same shit, just a different toilet. You can't say certain things. You can't speak out against certain things. Like I said, they made LeBron apologize for reciting a lyric of a rap artist who was giving Jews props, saying, I'm going to get this Jewish money. Oh, that's offensive to us because they don't want people to know that they run the banks. Look, I'm not no conspiracy theorist. You go look the shit up for yourself. Go read it. There's tons of books out there on that. There's tons of books about sovereign governments and becoming a sovereign citizen and just all the little nuances and fuckery that they put into all these laws and regulations. We got to understand that social media shouldn't control you. You should control social media. Know how to get in and get out. It's like the Matrix. It's your job. It's the same thing. We got to understand that. I say it again. When you got governors that's dressing up in blackface, I would say matter of fact, there ain't even a black governor. Y'all don't even find that strange? Nobody finds that strange. You know why? Because they usher in well, you got a Democratic governor. No, man, fuck all that. I want a black governor. That's for black people. If you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, Steve Sisolak is the governor. Let's see what he do for black people. Not a goddamn thing. You say all the shit that they want to say about Donald Trump, but at least he let it be known. Obama ain't do shit for y'all. Yeah, he enacted the Jobs Act or whatever, that's fine. But as far as specifically for us, nobody else could get it but us. He didn't do a motherfucking thing. And that's a fact. And Bernie Sanders was no better because he signed off on reparations for Jews, but was against reparations for black people. That's a fact as well. I'm telling y'all, we have to wake up, man. That blackface shit don't surprise me that he dressed up in that. Now he want to apologize and see what had happened was. But why do you think it wasn't offensive? Why do you not think it wasn't offensive? Of course it's going to be offensive. But now that you know you're in a public figure, now you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, my bad. It's like, come on, man. This shit been going on. If you work in corporate America, they talking shit about you, black person. They don't give a fuck about your education. You think they do. They mad you got it. Because now they figure they got to pay you. Any black person that you see in a position of power in corporate America, that's probably affirmative action. That corporation is probably getting a tax credit to put your black ass in a position of power. That's what I think, man. They can act like they don't see color and all this other bullshit. Say what you want to say. Oh, well, I don't care. It's not a big deal to me. Because you have to understand, you have to build your own network outside of corporate America. You know what I'm saying? And try to brand yourself and monetize your intellectual property so you can do what needs to be done outside of corporate America or corporate plantation. That's a fact. But we don't want to think of that because we still want to believe in voting and all this other shit. They ain't putting all these niggas in front of us to the black people like Kamala Harris. I'm not fucking with her either. I don't give a fuck what nigga get mad and what nigga don't. Don't try to hit me up with no facts and none of that shit. That bitch was putting niggas in jail and throwing away the key. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. And she was for the fucking 3 strikes law and for against weed and legalizing weed. You know how many niggas went to jail for weed? So, man, fuck Kamala Harris. That bitch is a fraud. And she using black likeness to get a pass from black people because we are deaf, dumb, and blind. And we believe that this bitch is really for us. Y'all didn't see this shit already with Obama? Come on, man. Y'all didn't see this shit? What the fuck did he do for us besides the Job Act? That motherfucker was catering to them banks. Them banks, the Latinos, and the gay community. He didn't say shit for niggas. Not a goddamn thing. And that's a fact. Screwhead, man. What's up, man? Dave Chappelle's woke. Yes, he is. Dave Chappelle's woke. Hey, shout out to the chat in the chat room. If you listen on SoundCloud, again, this is the Knowledge Free Podcast. I appreciate you. If you watching on YouTube, we do have a live chat, and we be having people get in on the chat and shit. Hey, man, I know you wanted to ask me. I'm going to holler at the chat real quick. You wanted to ask me when I'm doing the podcast. Look, man, I'm be doing it Wednesdays, 6:30 to like 7:30. Those will be the hour times. And then Thursdays, I'm be doing 6:30 to 7, and then Fridays the same time. So for all you that want to know when I'm doing it, because I know I'll be on some nigga shit. It seems like it's sporadic. That's when I do it during the weekend. On the weekends, I do it on Sunday around 5:30, 6 o'clock. That's after everybody get out of church. You know, after they find out that Jesus ain't coming back, then that's when I want to hit niggas over the head. So for all y'all that don't know when I'm doing the podcast, if you want to watch it live, I'm doing it Wednesdays from 6:30 p.m. to about 7:30. You know, 8 o'clock. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and then Sunday by 5:30 to about 6:30. But anyway, let's get back into it. Y'all ain't noticed that shit? We ain't got no black governors? Where the black governors at? They'll give us a mayor. What's up, Shawnee Brown? What's going on? Shout out to the chat room. What's popping with it? But anyway, y'all ain't noticed? Let me ask y'all a question. Haven't y'all noticed? Where's the black governors at? All you that's listening, think about it. Have we ever had a black governor? They let us be a mayor, but I'm talking about governor. Where the governors at? I want to know that. Where are the governors at, and why haven't we elected a governor? I want to know. Why? And the reason why I'm asking these questions and putting these questions out there, because we have so much confidence in a Democratic governor, and because they're a Democrat, we think that they for us. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you better get this etymology dictionary. Get this etymology dictionary, man. I'm telling y'all right now, get it. Oxford English Etymology Dictionary. Origin of words. And if you know what the origin of vote means, it means to wish. It doesn't mean to elect. Elect, if you look, elect or elector is the person that has the power to put someone into office. That's what elector is. That's why there's a difference between voting and electing. That's why niggas get mad at me and I be like, oh, you voted? You just made a wish. It's a fact. You just made a wish. But I think that people are so gung-ho on believing in the system. They think the system is, oh, just if you do right by the system, then everything, okay, then if that's the case, then why we don't have a black governor? We had a black president before we had a black who? Have we ever had a black governor? I don't know. I'm still waiting to see. We had a whole bunch of black mayors but no black governor. And besides the point, I feel like the black people that's trying to run for presidency now, they just jumping on the bandwagon because the racial tension is so high. So they figure, oh, this is our chance. Kamala Harris, I'm sorry, man. People may not agree, but that was a political strategy for you to announce that you was running for presidency on Martin Luther King Day. DeVale Patrick, black governor in 2006. All right, then I stand corrected. I know we ain't had one in Vegas, in Nevada, and I know we ain't had no governor in California. I stand corrected. DeVale Patrick, black governor. Look, he probably didn't even do his whole term. They probably like, oh, this is a nigga in here. Get this nigga out of here. Guilty nigga. We'll throw a case on this nigga. That's a fact. Hey, So, okay, that's fine. We had 1 or 2 black governors. I look at it like presidencies. We had, what, 40 something white presidents, or 40 or 50 white presidents and 1 black. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. And then if you want to technically break it down, he wasn't a descendant of slave because he was Kenyan and Caucasian. And his Caucasian side, white side, was the one who gave him the $450,000 so he can go to all those schools and all that. That's why he talked that student loan shit. That motherfucker's full of shit too. Man, fuck Obama. That nigga ain't say a goddamn thing about Trayvon Martin. I'm talking about, like, y'all are targeting black people and killing them. Of course he's not gonna say it because he's beholden to the people, the hidden hand. That's fine. I get it. But as far as policies and shit like that, he ain't do shit for us. That's a fact. I don't care about the Job Act and all this other shit. I'm talking about specifically for us. Why didn't you fight for reparations? Whether it would have got approved or not. But why didn't you fight? See, that's how you know you beholden to people, because he could have been like, all right, well, I think it's time for African Americans to get reparations after what they've done for this country. And if a lot of congressmen and senators would have been like, we ain't for that, then he could have been like, well, they not for it, so that should let y'all know that's what it is. So it's not me. You see, that's what Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump is probably bold enough to be like, well, let's just give black people money. We owe him anyway. He don't give a fuck. He's a billionaire. He gives 2 fucks about that. He knows his theater. That's a fact. He knows his theater. He knows what it is. And I don't think we know what it is. Like all the people in Las Vegas. For all y'all that don't live in Las Vegas, let me tell you something about Las Vegas. And I'm going to keep this shit all the way above. Las Vegas, these people in Las Vegas are deaf, dumb, and blind. I be laughing my ass off. These motherfuckers jumping around and jumping for joy because the Raiders is here. But the Clark County School District is they rank 50 out of 50 states in the United States of America. But we more happy about the Raiders coming than about our education being properly funded, where the teachers can make more money and they can take their jobs more seriously. Which goes to the point when DJ Envy was like, oh, I send my kids to private school. Well, like Killer Mike said, if you really listen to it, well, nigga, you pay tax. I told a person that. Oh, you send your kids to private school? Well, you still getting taxed whether they go to that public school or not. So don't you want to know what the fuck is going on there? You still get taxed for it. So I think it's an illusion when people send their kids to these private schools thinking that, oh, well, my black kid, I know a lot of people that go to private school and they work 9 to 5 jobs just like me, and they report to the same white people that I report to. Facts. I like Dame Dash's approach. Dame Dash is more like, fuck that. Why would I send my kids to these white colleges so a white man can tell my kid how to run a business when I've been running a business the last 20-some odd years? Facts. We just think that we need them for everything and because they validate who we are. That's a fact. That's why on this channel, on my YouTube channel, I'm not clout chasing and I'm not trying to do no fuckery, coonery, Sambo-ish shit so I can get a whole bunch of people, because let me tell you something. I'd rather get a follower one by one who really is into what the fuck I'm talking about than get a whole bunch of people that's agreeing with me, but in real life, they don't give a fuck and they talking shit. Like motherfuckers that talk about they went in there and voted for Obama. Man, them motherfuckers probably voted for McCain and voted for Mitt Romney. And then lied to everybody and said, oh, I voted. You don't know what a motherfucker doing when they go in that goddamn booth. It's a fact. Let me read something from the chat room. Shawnee Brown says, illusionists work in the government. Yes, that's a fact. Illusionists work in the government. That's a fact. That's why I'm telling people, we gonna see what the government that just got elected as government, we gonna see what he do for black people. Motherfucker probably went on the west side where all the niggas are and rallied them up and had a good speech, and now you gone. You ain't gonna see him no more. He ain't gonna give a fuck. That's what always happens. Black people's vote is the easiest vote to get because we will auction it off to the lowest bidder. Not highest, lowest. We don't demand shit. We didn't demand shit from Obama. We didn't demand shit from any of these people. Like Kamala Harris. What's her policies? What you gonna do for reparations for black people? Don't be doing this motherfucker Wakanda forever shit. Ladies and gentlemen, Wakanda is fake. It's not real. There is no Killmonger and no fucking goddamn T'Challa. The shit is not real. Africa is real, but T'Challa is not. And let me tell you this. We always get on our, Wakanda forever and all this other shit when we see each other, but all it takes is one white man to come with a truck full of money and be like, hey, I just want you to come with me and you get this money, and niggas will sell you out in a minute. Because we don't have morals and principles. We don't stand on shit because we want to get the bag, because we want to be like them and be validated by them. That's a fact. Now, I can give you both sides. We want to move out our neighborhoods and go to a nicer neighborhood. Now, look, let me break this down. Now, you can live in a regular neighborhood, but in regular neighborhoods, you got niggas running discount tires out of their garage and big old tires out of their garage and want to be a full-fledged mechanic. And you got certain motherfuckers that don't take care of their property. You got certain motherfuckers that want to party all night, and all this bullshit. So that's why white people this is what Caucasians do. Oh, it's fucked up. We'll just install we will usher in our rules and regulations. Fuck it. And that's normally what happens because we don't know how to take care of our own. You understand what I'm saying? I look at the West Side in Las Vegas. It ain't all black over there like niggas think. It's a lot, man. How many times I got to talk about that backpack giveaway and it was nothing but a bunch of Mexicans there? But I ain't seen that nigga play no basketball in Doolittle or patronize Doolittle as a whole, as a community. But when that pool opened up, they there to get their ass in that pool. Or they there to get some backpack giveaways, some shoes, and some other shit. But when it comes to supporting Doolittle Community Center, crickets. I'll never see no Mexicans in there. That's a fact. The majority of the kids that go to Andre Agassi, that's across the street from Doolittle, is black kids. And that's a fact. But for some sort of reason, we don't speak up and we don't say nothing about it. We just act like it's okay because we are accepting of everybody. That's why that governor that dressed in blackface and probably was saying nigga, and all this other shit. Oh, I apologize. And what we do? Oh, we forgive you. Just like Dylan Roof, the nigga that went in that church and shot all those niggas up, and they talking about we gonna pray for him, we can forgive him. No, what y'all should have done was find out where the fuck his family live and his cousin, his friends, and go shoot up they motherfucking house and see how the fuck they like that shit. Then the motherfucker stop doing that shit. See, them motherfuckers don't believe in no eye for eye. So niggas always want to be on some let's pray about it. Look at motherfucking George Zimmerman. Ain't nobody dealt with this nigga. That's why I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, we gangsters in Florida. Well, okay, then why the fuck y'all ain't got at George Zimmerman? Since there's so many gangsters out there, and we this and we that, and Haitians and the Jamaicans and all this other shit, then why y'all niggas ain't get at Trayvon Martin's killer? Why is he still auctioning off guns and signing Skittles and passing the shit out? That nigga shouldn't even be alive. He should be afraid to come outside, but he don't give a fuck. That's a fact. Let me read some from the chat. Black people are too forgiving. Every other race hold grudges. That's a fact. Shiny Brown says, my Asian co-worker will not buy a car from Korean if they are from China. Grudges from a long time. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. That's a fact. Man, let me tell you something. You try to get in, go to a swap meet and try to open you up a booth and sell the same shit that them Koreans are selling. Somehow, some way, they'll get you out of there. But they are the ones that's selling us our shit that we like because they search our algorithm and they go after it. It's a fact. And then we sit up there and we be so forgiving and so, oh man, they for us. Nigga, black people ain't even for black people. So why would you think somebody else is for us? That's a fact. I trip off that shit. It's like, man, come on, man. We got to do better. To know better is to do better. And one thing we got to know is we got to be a team and stick together. Because every other race stick with each other. And this is how good other races are mentally when it comes to niggas. They'll make niggas feel bad and feel out of pocket when we want to just be around each other. They had a nerve to try to flip it on you. That's a fact. And make you feel bad for being around your own people. Or just, you know, that's why I always talk about confident Caucasians, confident Asians, confident Filipinos, confident Latinos. They know what we've been through. And the ones that don't, they go seek the knowledge for themselves, and then they be like, that's fucked up, man. And those Caucasians that are out there that will go against their own, those are the people that you want around you. You don't want motherfuckers around you that will infiltrate what you got going on and pretend like they want to know, and then they in the back talking shit about you. You want the Caucasians that's in those meetings at corporate America that's like, this is what they really saying. Like the Caucasian that I dealt with when I first started corporate America. She was telling me all the shit that they were saying about black people and what they think and all the negative stereotypes that they had about black people and all this other shit, and the things that was going to come my way as I moved on further in my career in corporate America. That's what I was being told by a Caucasian, by several Caucasians. Be like, these white motherfuckers are racist. Facts. So when you see that, you take heed to it and say, wow, maybe I do need to pay attention. Look, man, it doesn't take but 5 minutes to get with somebody else that's educated, you know, a little bit more educated on world knowledge and, you know, just this real knowledge than the indoctrination, and sit down and chop it up with them and pick their brain. That's what I did. Yes. Another thing from the chat room is being said is when you're a black and confident, you are looked at as confrontational. Oh, yes. Don't question. Translation. Don't you question me, nigger. After everything I've done for you? Oh, that's happened to me. Man, that's why I know we on our own. Because ain't no other race gonna stand. No, they gonna lie and get around you and act like they going against the grain, all this other shit. And then when they get in that office, they what they own. Very seldom other races gonna be like, I ain't with that shit. But the other races, look, I'll tell you this, working in corporate America. The other races that are not with that system of white supremacy and they not with that, those races come to work, do their job, and they go to fuck home. They don't get involved in the corporate bullshit politics. They don't get involved in everybody's personal business. They don't go around smiling with everybody. They don't go out of their way to have meaningless conversations with you. They go to work, they do their job, and they go to fuck home. Those are the type of people outside of black people that you want to be around. And they do exist. But the typical Caucasian, the typical Latinos too, gotta call y'all out too, because I see a lot of that cooning and samboing out of them because they want to be like the Caucasians. And they get the pet on their head and they just, oh man, he's, you know, man, I remember I had a motherfucker tell me, man, that guy's just so smart. I was laughing. I'm like, so smart. How's he so smart? He's in the position because of the color of his skin. It's y'all rules. That's why I be laughing. And then they'll flip it on black people and be like, we lazy, but we built the country. We built the fucking country. White people are in the position they're in because of black labor, but we lazy. And then Latinos will piggyback off of that and have that same negative stereotype. And not just them, Asians, Chinamen, Korean men. And then, oh, let's not even get over the people from Africa. They come over here and they look at us like we lazy ass niggas too. A lot of them do. And they won't even associate with us. I know. I've been around them Africans too. And they'll talk to you, but they'll talk to everybody. But real motherfuckers, to me, they gonna see, if this nigga's not talking to everybody, then maybe let me fall back. I'm not finna be smiling and talking to everybody. Because at the end of the day, it's just, he's my people. They don't think that way. They're very individual and they look down on us. There's a lot of different Africans. There are Africans. There are a lot of different, and we're not even gonna get on the islands and the Cubans and the Dominicans and all that. How you gonna, I'm Dominican. Well, yeah, nigga, you Dominican, you Haitian, same shit. So on the island is what, Dominican Republic, the island of Dominica? Come on, man. But they'll look at you and they'll make you feel like, how dare you? Don't look, everybody want to be black until it's time to go to jail, until it's time to fucking face the music. Everybody want to take their blackness off like it's a jacket or some clothes. Look at Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus don't even fuck with hip hop. She don't even fuck with rap. Post Malone too. Oh, when he's done making his music, he gonna start making rock and then he ain't gonna fuck with niggas no more. And then that's when niggas gonna be poking their lip out Master don't want to deal with us no more. That's what always happens. Justin Timberlake too. Sorry. I don't give a fuck if you, Timberland, you want to act like y'all best friends? Fine. That's maybe I don't know the nature of y'all relationship, but to me it looked like Justin Timberlake is just another cultural appropriator to me, because you got all this fuckery going on against black people, and he's yet to be like, I don't think this is right. This is wrong. Nah, motherfucker, just sit back in the cut. I done made my money. I would have rather Justin Timberlake just stayed making NSYNC music and never came over here. But that's what they do. They go get the hottest black producer, which just happens to be Timberland, and what you think they do? That's what happens. And because we want the bag, we go with it. Look, man, I'm not saying that music isn't for everybody, but our music is sacred to me. And there's a lot of people on these social media platforms doing our music and having the nerve to be arrogant about it. I know, because I'm on there. You know, I put my music on there. Like I said, you can follow me on Instagram at In Warren I Trust. I think that's my Instagram. You know, I be, you know, doing a little bit of music and shit like that, but that's besides the point. I see a lot of that on there, and I do get frustrated a lot of the times because technology has allowed other races to infiltrate our music and our art form. And since this new wave of music kind of sounds similar, they've learned, see, let me break this down to you. They have learned how to infiltrate our algorithm now because of how simplistic the music is now. And I'm just being honest, it's the truth. Because back in the day, in the 80s and in the 90s, with Dre, Timberland, Swiss Beats, we can go Roger Troutman, we can go Teddy Riley. They couldn't infiltrate that because it was an algorithm that can't be replicated. You couldn't replicate Timberland. You couldn't replicate Dre. But this new music is so easily replicated. Go on Instagram. It's a whole bunch of other races doing trap music and calling it trap music because, you know, we put a title to our music and now they just run with it. Oh, this is a trap-like beat. Oh, this is a such and such beat. And I just be like, well, music is a feel. You know what I mean? But I digress. I think we focus on the wrong shit. And while we're focused on the wrong shit, other races, they are studying our algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And then shitting on us behind closed doors. Because they want to do what we can do so bad, but then they want to shit on us behind closed doors. There's very, very seldom that they're going to come out and be like, you know what? Ain't no more Larry Birds in the world. Larry Bird came out and straight said it. The black basketball players are better than the white, period. So can we get back to playing basketball? Motherfuckers forgot about that, what Larry Bird said. It's a fact because of what Isaiah Thomas said. And they try to make that a big deal, but it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. So we got to look at when people are put in front of us, like Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know Cory Booker's background. I'm going to go look him up and do some research and do some fact checking on him too, because, you know, hey man, I would hope that he's not like Kamala Harris, because that bitch is cloud chasing and trying to get black people to co-sign her, and I don't give a fuck. I ain't co-signing shit. Your mom is from East India, which a lot of Indians treat us like shit because they have a caste system in India. And then her dad, I guess, was a Jamaican. She's not even black. So I don't give a fuck about that shit anyway. You're not no descendant of slave. So I know on your agenda it's going to be all about immigration and minorities and all this other shit. The same shit that they placate to over and over fucking again. Let me read from the chat room. Black skin is not a necklace that you can take off. I don't fit with your outfit. Okay? That don't fit with your outfit. That's a fact. And that's what people do. And that's what Kamala Harris is going to do too. This is a fact. Look, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, stop using the term minority and people of color. When you hear somebody say people of color, say don't use people of color. Use native black. Use descendant of slave. That is very distinctive. That is breaking it down. Of course. Of course. You just gotta oh, and look. Now look. We can now if she was married, she's mixed with a white husband. Now let's go ahead and say this. Now, if she was married to a white man that came out and said, not no white man that was on some John Brown shit that came out and was like, first thing first on my wife's agenda is descendants of slaves and reparations for black people. Okay, then cool. Then cool. Then you got me. If that's fine. But she just so happens to be married to a white Jewish banker. That's a fact. So y'all gotta look at that. And when she was in office, she was sending niggas to jail left and right. She didn't give a fuck about no niggas. And she probably did. Look, she went to Howard or Hampton University, a historically black college, to get that black pass. But a lot of these people don't understand. Like Obama. I don't care if Obama was married to a black wife, but what the fuck did he do for us? What did he do for us? See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just saying that because I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to make excuses. We gotta look at it. Just like Jesse Smollett. Oh, well, I'm a gay black man. No, you're a black gay man. You're black first. But I think we twist it. Like motherfuckers be like, oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. No, you're a black Hebrew Israelite because you black first. You feel me? The only people to me that have that distinction is the Nation of Islam. Because when you say the nation, niggas know those are black people. That's a fact to me. This is my perspective. So we have to understand that. Like, I just want people to do it. Go look on Instagram. Like I said, you can follow me on my IG in Warren I Trust. And it's in the box below the title. And I want you to just go on there and look at all the people. Now, there's some talented people on Instagram, and I'm not no hater. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of people on Instagram doing our music and profiting off of our art form. And they're not that great. And they have the nerve to look down and be condescending on us who do the music, who feel the music. It's true, because music is a feel. It's an algorithm that can't be replicated. And I want people to understand that people like Kamala Harris will use us to be catapulted into a position of where she could be a big time decision maker, right? And then all you're going to do is forget about a nigga in it anyway. It's a fact. I was like, Chris Brown. Okay? Man, so many people went in on Soulja Boy, but Soulja Boy let it be known that, hey, man, I'm trying to be a black entrepreneur. Damn, y'all. Then he broke it down. He said, oh, I'm the bad guy? Do y'all know how much it costs to make an iPhone? He was like, it costs $20. How much they sell iPhones for, Angela Yee? $1,000. But I'm the bad guy. But y'all still go buy iPhones, right? He was breaking that shit down. That's a fact. Look, y'all, I'm telling y'all, don't let people get you in a position don't let people get you in a position of power. Look, where don't let people get you in a position that's awkward, where you think you have the power and you really don't, and then they flip it on you. And you like, man, what you mean? Okay, this is what I mean. They was trying to give Soulja Boy that power to make him feel good, but like laugh and be condescending at the same time. But he was able to flip it. Now that's twice I've seen people do that to him, to them. Soulja Boy did it and Dame Dash did it. See, they try to give you that power so you can walk all over yourself and stumble all over yourself and say the wrong shit so they can catch you up and you can be a meme. But in actuality, Dame Dash ended up shutting everybody down. Even DJ Envy. I got love for the Breakfast Club and all that, but sorry, DJ Envy, you ain't got more money than Dame Dash, so what the fuck you gonna tell him? Just like Killer Mike said about DJ Envy. So you sent your kids to private school, and you went to private school, and you went to HBCU to be a DJ. But then you get mad and say, oh, but I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, but first you were a DJ. So you went to school and did all that shit just to be a DJ. You could have just been a DJ. See, that's why I think we fuck it up a lot of the times when we, as black people, get their education and then we go off and go be in a band And then we start a couple of businesses because our band becomes popular and we make money off that musical art form. And then we want to be like, well, I'm an entrepreneur. Well, nigga, you was in a band first. So you went to school and got a degree and got your education to go be in a band. Or to go be a rapper or to go be whatever. And then once you become an entrepreneur, then when a person be like, well, that was dumb for you to go to school and do all that for you to just be a rapper. Then you get mad, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? It's a fact. Let me read something else from the chat. Soulja Boy is part of the game, but he is not really ready. He want his money soon. He will shut up too. Yes, that's a fact. And I'm not knocking that. He want his money and he want to get his money. I was just looking at what he was saying about comparing his entrepreneurialism to Caucasians. We praise the iPhone. And you can say, oh, well, that's technology and all this other shit. Yeah, whatever. We praise it and we pay these ridiculous amounts of money for the iPhone. But when a nigga trying to sell his merch, we look at him like he crazy. We talk shit about him. We don't want to give him a chance. And Caucasians is fucking us over left and right. Look at what has happened. Just like how there's no black governors right now. Look at the phone industry. Let's just take the phone. Either you have Samsung or you have the iPhone. Think about it. They don't even mention LG, and then you have the Google phone, but Google don't really give a fuck about that because they run YouTube. They run everything else. That's fine. But think about what choices you have a phone. You have a Samsung or the iPhone. Where does Samsung and iPhone get made? They get made at the same fucking warehouse in China. That's a fact. Oh, okay. I'm gonna answer a question from the chat room. Screwhead asks, what do I think about Jay-Z? Okay, this is what I think about Jay. Now, Jay's a businessman, but I think he gets a little bit too much credit. And I don't think we give Dame Dash enough credit. Dame Dash probably has more money than we know and what we think, but you can opt out of being on that fucking Forbes magazine, which is all a crock of bullshit anyway. So I'll get to that in a second. I think Jay-Z has made good business moves, but I also think that Jay went with those Caucasians and had to distance himself because Dame Dash was calling out what those Caucasians were doing, and I think he played the game in a different way. But the difference between Jay and Dame is Dame can say how he feel and he don't give a fuck, and Jay cannot. And everything is calculated and everything is, calculated. He said more about black people's struggle on an album than he did just speaking. Versus if you go look at Dame Dash Studios on YouTube, Dame Dash be going in all the fucking time. All the fucking time. About how we always depended on Caucasians, how we let them separate us. And it's true, think about it. When you go, look, I've been around Jews, I've been around Chinamen, I've been around Korean men. They're not gonna let you go into their culture and appropriate what they got going on. No, they're not gonna respect you because they're gonna look at what have you done in your culture. And that's right. Lear Cohen has not done shit in his culture. He was a banker, was really doing shit, and he found a way to make money off somebody else's shit. But I bet you he's giving his money back to his community and his Jew community. Like, how you gonna take Chuck D to the I forgot what that thing is called, the Holocaust Museum or whatever? I would have told him, well, okay, I'm glad you did that. Now we're gonna go down south and look at all the slave plantations that Jews profited off of. You better go read The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks by the Nation of Islam. Facts. Let me read what Screwhead. P. Diddy and Jay-Z need to collab. Laugh off. We get a bad rep before our platform is secure. Yep. Jay-Z never gives a platform. He is bought. You know what? In a way, I would say he's bought, because he don't really come out and say much, and I don't expect him to, and I don't expect Diddy to. I'm glad that people like Tariq Nasheed, the Zoe Williams, the Corey Holcombs, those type of people, the David Banners, the Boyce Watkins, I like, the Claude Andersons, the Phil Valentines, the Hiwafa Kamenes, those people, I can relate better to them and the Dame Dashes because it's more on a relatable level than Jay. Because sometimes I think Jay's so calculated when he speaks, and he adheres to a lot of corporate entities. So there's not really much he's gonna speak on our behalf. You know what I mean? So that's a fact. Hey man, I done went over my time. I got people calling me. Hey man, look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna send a shout out to Shawnee Brown, Screwhead, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, I feel like I'm having a conversation with y'all, so I appreciate it. Hey, like I said, for all you that's listening on SoundCloud, you want to hear this shit live, I ain't never really said it. I'm broadcasting live on YouTube Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I'm trying to do 4 a week, man, to get them out. Hey, if you want to check me out on IG, you can. It's at In Warren I Trust. That's where I'm at on IG. All you're going to see is just music and shit anyway. But I really want y'all to go in there, not to see me. I want y'all to go in there and see all the other people, other races that's doing our music. That's really what I want to see. I want y'all to see. Hey, man, it's been fun. It's been real. If you out driving your girl, baby mama's car to the store, you going to go see another bitch, and she got GPS on your phone locator, you already know what my saying is. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.